You get to the fun part?
Yeah. It's going to be more, of course, a lot of blood, violence, guns involved as well. And it's very gritty. And it's a different feel compared to what the other MCU stuff that we've seen.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I learned a long time ago that there's no sense getting all riled up every time a bunch of idiots give you a hard time. In the end, the universe tends to unfold as it should. Plus, I have a really large penis. That keeps me happy.
Now, what you've got here is a scrotum and nothing else.
Vagina.
My mind is a raging torrent, flooded with rivulets of thought, cascading into a waterfall of creative alternatives.
God darn it, Mr. Lamar. You use your tongue prettier than a $20 whore.
Probably late. Oh, Friday night time. Radical light and highly organized. It's Friday night times. Friday night times. If yourself not offended tonight. Oh, Friday night times. Rest assured that the chances are high.
Great way to start a live stream. Just a big old man like moving in a chair. What up, everybody? It is the Rumble Nerdrotic Nooner, also on Nerdrotic Live. We're going to square up some super chats, but we're going to talk about some stuff first. As you may or may not know, we shut them off on the YouTube side for this one so we can give the ones from Friday Night Tights and Real BBC their proper time. I was going to, turn them on today and do just a big long one. But then some video stuff just dropped. It's been crazy 24 hours. So apologies to my members. There was no Mobland watch party last night. We're going to have to make it up just next Sunday. We'll do 2 episodes. My apologies, but a lot of stuff happened. Like Trump putting tariffs on Hollywood. Marvel admitting failure again by blaming Bob Chapek. It was a cringe fest last night. So, and Doctor Who. We got to talk about the latest Doctor Who episode because holy shit, nobody watched it, and that's good. Nobody watched it, but breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. We have a new Doctor Who villain, and this one is worse than the Daleks, Worse than the Master. Worse than the Cyberman. Worse than Omega. Worse than the Weeping Angels. It is the straight white male podcaster. You heard me. The straight white male podcaster. It was, without a doubt, no question whatsoever, pure 100% state propaganda. It was unfucking believable what I was watching. It starts out in a place where you kind of know where it's going, and by the end you're like, holy shit. You know, I've been saying Russell T Davies didn't come back to make Doctor Who. He came back to get back at the audience that he blames for its destruction, destroying his legacy. Get back at you. Get back at me. Get back at the majority of the Doctor Who audience. Also, to own the chuds. To own the chuds. He made the bad guy a chud. It's hilarious. It's sad, all in one. And this is an episode that, for some reason, because we only have, 5 to go, there's 9-episode season, very little Ncuti Gatwa. So he's pretty much in 8 episodes of his 9-episode final season. He was not in this. He was in the very beginning and the very end. The very beginning and the very end. And that end, holy shit. So it was bad. When the doctor let a guy get devolved into a sperm in an egg and let it die, something the doctor would never, ever do. He would take that little sperm in an egg or whatever, and he'd put it in a test tube and put it in his TARDIS and say, I'll figure it out someday. But I don't let living things die, even if they're bad guys and broken. The doctor always gave people chances. This is the same doctor who had the chance to completely wipe out the Daleks and realize that although they're completely evil, if I did this, I would become them. And we never knew what the moment was, but that's what happened to the Master. The Master did something similar, and that's why he became the Master. So this episode is so it starts out with Ruby Tuesday, Ruby Road, whatever her name is, but I got to stop because I have to do, it's right, I got to do an ad read. So we'll pause it right there, and then I'll break down the episode briefly. Don't worry, it won't take long. But first, I do need some more coffee. Let me sip some 1775 coffee. Oh, I made it fucking hot as the surface of the sun, which is how you're supposed to drink coffee. You drink coffee black, like Jeremy likes his men, and hot, like Jeremy likes his men. You've heard the hype. Maybe you've seen the new launches sell out, but if you still haven't tried 1775 coffee yet, this is your shot, because they've just launched their 1775 starter kit, and the first drop is limited to just 1,000 units. Excuse me. The starter kit isn't some dinky sampler pack. It's a full-on pack of caffeine freedom. A bold dark roast that hits harder. I was going to say something else than CNN fact check. I'm in an ad read. I can't do it. Oh, yeah, I can. That hits harder than... Never mind. I won't do it. The smooth medium roast for strength without bitterness, and Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy, laser focused, and zero crash. All single origin, small batch, mold free, and toxin free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's political opinions. Oh my God, I'm so immature. And a black, like Jeremy likes his men, 1775 tumbler that says, I don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. Nothing worse than a woke sea witch. $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/nerdrotic and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something. Just like Rumble does, start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe. I'm going to sip some more. Oh, I need to bitch a little bit before we get to Doctor Who. I mean, some more. I was watching a quartering video at double speed, and he was talking about tariffs and how they're affecting everything, and he brought up water heaters, and he's not wrong, by the way. So water heaters used to last 20 fucking years. 20 years. And now they don't because they're made with a bunch of fucking cheap Chinese shit. So I said this video, I'm like, huh. Thought about my water heater for a second. I went, 2 days ago, the expansion tank blows because it was old and made out. Well, it wasn't that old. It's 9 years old, and the expansion tank blew. You have to have expansion tanks here in Texas because it gets fucking hot. So I haven't had. That's why I couldn't make it to EFAP. I haven't had hot water since Saturday, so I have to go to the fucking gym to take a shower. I think it willed it into existence. That's what I'm saying. Damn it. Oh, God. And it was like, I don't know how long it was going. It was like a pinhole in it, and then it eventually popped. So we got a little bit of mold in there. Fucking A. Had to call the homeowners insurance. Homeowners problems, man. How annoying. I can't do laundry. I could do dishes, but with cold water. So I'm just using paper plates and shit. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Good fun. And I missed EFAP. Because I could have, I had a lot of fun making my Thunderbolts video. That could have been a half an hour easy. I cut out so much stuff. So much stuff. I'll probably reapply it in another video that's going to come out soon. But holy shit. Having watched it twice. Because of the water heater and everything, I had to this was the water heater blew Thursday, not Saturday, Thursday. And I had to wait for the contractor on Saturday. So I haven't had hot water since Thursday. Losing track of time here. So I couldn't go see it in the theater. So I got in a boat with Jeremy and some other people and watched it. But then I went the next morning to watch it in the theater. Because I'm like, you know what? I got to watch it in the theater. Because I like doing that. Even if it's for bad movies. And it was so much worse. And the thing is, it's frustrating, like I say in the video, because that could have been a good movie. There's ways you could have made that a good movie, and it's better than Captain African American by a see you next Tuesday here. But yeah, I did a whole video on it, so you don't need to hear it here. But and then there's Doctor Who. So Doctor Who starts out. It's a Doctor Who-less episode. It is a Doctor-less episode. Shruti Gat was in the beginning. with his companion, who's the lesbian who died in Andor, who will now be forever known as the lesbian who died in Andor. They are looking for May 24th. They're blocked from getting May 24th. So they land on New Year's in 2007. They see a kid. The kid sees the TARDIS materialize. He goes to tell his mom. She said, "Stop lying, you little shit." Hits him in the head because that's what little boys deserve in the UK, you know, because the source of all of the UK problems are straight white males, apparently. And they're not anything else. And you're not supposed to bring any of that up ever. Over there, I mean, I'll bring it up because I'm in America. They ain't your problem, you fucking idiots. Got your government in the UK. Your government is a bunch of idiots. I mean, ours still has a bunch of fucking idiots too. Don't get me wrong. But y'all are fucked over there. So can't wait to visit though. Can't wait to visit. So the kid gets knocked in the head. We jump ahead. The kid is obsessed with the doctor. He's an adult now. And he gets Ruby fucking Sunday, Ruby Tuesday, Ruby fucking Road. I don't care. On his podcast. And he seems like a really sweet guy. He's just like, "Oh, I just really love the doctor and I want to know as much as I can about him." And she's like, "Well, I can't tell you everything, but aliens are real." And she's like kind of vague. And he's like, "Oh, that's great. Hey, you want to get some lunch?" And she's like, "Sure." And then they like, "Oh, oh my God, there's a straight relationship between two white people in modern Doctor Who." Wow. Wonder what's going to happen. I wonder if the white guy is going to be bad. So, Ruby Sunday, Tuesday, Rod, whatever her fucking name is, goes home to her two black lesbian moms and black grandma. And this girl is whiter than me. Now she's a companion from season 1 where she had one black mom and one black grandma, but now she's got two. I got two moms too. Okay, but they're not lesbians. She's adopted by a black lesbian. Because that happens all the time in the real world. Now, it happens all the time in Hollywood and whatever entertainment structure you have at the BBC. And then they usually take that little white girl and transition her into a white boy or vice versa. Because they're trying to, even a donut operator was talking about that last night. He was like, "Listen, I've done some Hollywood stuff now. I've talked to these people and it's a culture thing. They're trying to out trans each other." And I'm like, of course they are. Of course they are. They're all purse puppies. Your kids are not fucking accessories, you pieces of shit. But I digress. I'm talking about Doctor Who. So she tells her two lesbian black moms and grandma that she's in a relationship and she's found a boyfriend. And oh my God, he's great. And he was just using her all the time to get to UNIT because Kate Leftwich Stewart is there, who a character I liked, and now I can't fucking stand. I cannot fucking stand Kate Leftwich Stewart. And she started out so good. She's part of UNIT. And long story short, there is a creature called the Shriek that he encountered a year prior. He encountered the Doctor and Ruby, and they were chasing a Shriek, and the Shriek splooged some green splooge on him. And he's got to take some antidote, or it marks him, or the creature will always hunt him. So she gives him the antidote. So this is important. On a date, she's like, "Oh, it's a real easy." He's all like, "Oh man, because this thing could kill you. It could track you and kill you." She's all, "No worry, I got an antidote for you. Just take it. You're gonna feel a little tired, and then you'll feel better in the morning." So he sets up this whole thing at a date in a bar, and the Shriek show up, and he admits that he didn't take the antidote. And she's like, "This is your fault. We're going to go out and fight him." And they go out and fight him. And it turns out it's a big ruse. It's this dude's friends in costumes. Everybody at the bar is a setup. And it's a big setup to get UNIT to come out so they could live stream it and expose them for lying. Like all the Daleks, the fucking earth ending and then coming back. I mean, like, I could just sit here for the next half hour and tell you, like, in the Doctor Who universe, sometimes people magically forget that aliens but they usually just deal with it. Like, oh no, like, we've had fucking aliens. It's come a lot, so it's accepted mostly. But he's saying, no, it's all bullshit. Even though he saw the Doctor, he was obsessed with the Doctor. He said it's all bullshit, and it's all the government lying to us to hide the truth. You see where they're going with this, right? So this is all a front. UNIT is a big front, kind of like the World Health Organization. So think of UNIT as the World Health Organization. And if you're going, is this a COVID episode? You bet your ass this is a fucking COVID episode in 2025. And it's the wrong side, baby. It is the state side. And this is so British government to be so entrenched into being fucking wrong that they'd rather gnaw off their own dicks than admit it. Our government does that too, but man, you Brits do that so much better than we do. So he infiltrates UNIT. He starts live streaming. He becomes a hero. And they start showing TikTok and going, this guy's the boss. He's speaking truth to power. You know, he's got it because I'm British. It's terrible. I'm sorry. And he has an inside man who, of course, is the only white dude working at UNIT, is, of course, the guy who betrays. Oh, but we did get girl in a wheelchair with missiles in it. Now, she didn't fire any missiles, but she was there. And man, is she an insufferable cunt. So there's a scene where UNIT fucking shows up to action. They're like going to fight the Shrieks and stuff, and the music's all dramatic. And here comes UNIT, and here come the helicopters, and here come all the Mercedes that look, well, I don't know what they are, that look like Jeeps. They're kind of nice, really. But they're all armed up, and the music's on boom, put the boom, boom, put the boom, put the boom, put the boom, put the boom. And then you see fucking wheelchair girl coming up the street. I'm fucking dying laughing because it's supposed to be like, here come the troops. Here come the troops to save you. And they're being led by this girl just like, oh, fuck. There's a slight incline here. Shit. Just dying laughing. So long story short, I'm making this so much longer, is he infiltrates UNIT. He wants to expose them for lying, and they're obviously covering something up and wasting tax dollars. And like, why are they, like, they don't really get into the why they're covering up. Well, we get the why. It turns out he applied to UNIT 8 years ago and was rejected. So this is a direct shot at YouTubers and podcasters who a lot of the people in Hollywood think like we wanted to be a part of their industry and we're some kind of spurned. It's like, bro, I was in the industry and I left of my own volition because I fucking hated everybody down there. I hated the culture. There was some nice people I met. There were. But the culture, Dave Chappelle has talked about it, even on the lowest, which I was on the lowest level, is unbelievably backstabby. It's unbelievably backstabby. And, you know, because I'm in the real world, I can't handle it the way I used to handle it. You can't, because you get put in jail again. So, you know, it's all politicky, and like I had no time for it. So I left. But I digress. That's what that shot is at. So he used to work for UNIT, and he's spurned, and he wants power and influence. And what UNIT missed, the organization that has time windows, that has pieces of Dalek and creatures everywhere, and pieces of Cybermen and all this technology, and never bothered to check the guy's following, which was massive, and he was already rich. So it's unbelievable. So at the end, Kate Leftwich Stewart, to prove her point, tells UNIT to stand down, and she releases the Shriek, who will only go after him because he's marked with the splooge, and was going to let him die. And she's all, good thing the doctor's not here, because I'm going to prove a point to this white male that we've been protecting you all along. And remember, the Shriek is going after him in the first place because he didn't take the antidote. I wonder what they're trying to say. And he ends up getting bit by it, and his arm gets bit off and like reattached. And then he goes to jail. But Kate Leftwich Stewart was going to release a creature that could have gotten away and killed a bunch of other people to prove a point to the white man. It's fucking unbelievable. But then it gets worse. He's in jail, and the doctor finally shows up and materializes the TARDIS around him. So he's in there. He's like, usually only special people can get on the TARDIS. You're not special. You betrayed my friend. And usually this is where the doctor goes, I know you've been broken. I know you've been wounded, all this, and tries to like reason with him. Nope. The whole existence of this guy is straw man. You should just call him the straw man. And he walks up and he goes, "You want to know your future? You die sad and alone in a prison cell. Insignificant, unremembered." That was pretty much it. That was the doctor who's thousands of years old, has seen the best and worst and everything, done the best and worst himself, and manages to find a little empathy even with the worst villains. He's shown more empathy to Cybermen, to Daleks, to the Master who's murdered entire planets. Toxic white male? Mm-mm. I just Googled who is the villain in Lucky Day, Doctor Who, and I thought they would bring up Shriek. No, they brought up the dude's name, the straight white male podcaster, and it was straight up. This wasn't written by Russell T Davies, but he oversaw it, and it's straight up written by a person who has the very institutional view of what happened. And the whole source of this was, the state's here to protect you. You need to believe them, obey, and take that vaccine. That's what it was. You know, it's a weekly occurrence, everybody. We keep saying, just when you think they can't get any fucking lower, they get lower. Good news is nobody watched it. It is the lowest viewed episode, and this is also a weekly occurrence. This is the lowest overnight viewed episode in the 60 almost 2 year history or herstory of Doctor Who, and that was preceded by the second lowest, which was preceded like it was lowest. And then it bumped up a little bit because there was some F1 going on and people left their TVs on. Then it went down to 1.5 million. Can we get to 1 million? I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Yeah. The sad part is, now with this revival of Doctor Who, they call this season 2, but it's season 15. And now we can easily say we're getting into half of this era's shit. You're now going to get more bad than good. That's what Disney Star Wars is. Disney Star Wars is more bad than good. And like, okay, well, I'm going to be fair. Mandalorian season 1's all right. Rogue One is all right. It's average. Annoying British girl. I'm trying to be fair here. Some Empire stuff in Andor is pretty cool. Everything else shit. It's more bad than good. Marvel, more bad than good. More bad than good now. Go count the projects from fucking phase 4 to now, and then count the projects from phase 1 to 3. More bad than good now, which is unfucking believable. You have to really try it. Kevin Feige's like, ain't my fault, man. I was just being a good little soldier. completely taking control of Marvel Studios. That's what he did. Now, what I've heard about Kevin Feige, just through like the two people I know who have interacted with him briefly, but the general sentiment within Disney is he's not a bad dude. Oh, wait, no. I've talked to a couple people who really were pissed at him. But they're more pissed at Warner Brothers. Maybe you can guess who they are. But it's hard to believe that, because like he has usurped control from a Disney, he usurped control from the guy who gave him a fucking job, the guy who owned Marvel, Ike Perlmutter. Him and Iger both threw him under the bus, calling him a fucking racist, even though he wanted to make a Black Widow or Black Panther movie. And he was fucking right that Captain Marvel toys don't sell. But they threw him under the bus. So Kevin Feige runs fucking the entire Marvel thing. He oversees the comic books. Now he doesn't like have day-to-day involvement, but like he runs Marvel Studios, Marvel Publishing. He oversees it all. And now it's like, oh, I've just got too much to do. Well, a good leader delegates. But he's not a good leader because the same fucking retards who are running Marvel Comics, who were running it into the ground, are still running it into the ground. They're on their way to China. They're almost at China. So the guy who brought on all this mess is going to be the guy you're going to ask to fix it. And he's going to go, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Bro, what the fuck did, I'm talking to Kevin Feige and not talking to you in chat. What the fuck did you start putting on all of these Marvel things since, I believe, Shang-Chi? I think that's where it started. What does it say? Kevin Feige production. I repeat, a Kevin Feige production. Not a Kevin Feige production that Bob Chapek made me do. A Kevin Feige production. You wanted to make sure that was there. Oh, and all the creators, you know, Rob Liefeld, yes, he's spurned because he didn't get asked to a fucking party, which, okay, little gay, but I'm okay with him fucking ripping Feige. But, and he's right. All the creators, Paul Jenkins, for Century, everybody, you know where they are? At the very, 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 very end of the credits. Very end of the credits. I think it's a little bit before the 2,075 people who work on special effects, but it's towards the end. It's towards the end. But man, they start those motherfuckers out with a Kevin Feige production. So listen, motherfucker, don't go out there and fucking spin. And then another thing. And like, I'm actually probably going to do a video on this, or I'm just going to be brief. I'm going to break this down even more. So this is, so I tell you exactly how this article went down. Disney Marvel knows they're in serious trouble. Captain African American is a flop. Daredevil, which they knew they had something bad there, but with Daredevil, they thought they had something really good, and they are fucking stunned that it didn't perform, that it absolutely was a flop as well. They are shocked, and they do not know what to do, because they're like, okay, we're giving the fans what they want. Oh shit, they all hated it. And maybe, you know, they're in an identity crisis or a crisis of conscience. And what was missing from the Daredevil show? All the writers. This new writer, no better than the old ones that they ditched. No Drew Goddard, no Stephen DeKnight. So they're shook. And Thunderbolts is a holdover movie that they patched up and tried to make into something that will lead into Avengers Secret War, which it took Avengers Kang Dynasty's place. We know the end credit scene was shot on the Doomsday set, and it wasn't even directed by the director of the Thunderbolts, Jake Schreier. It was directed by the fucking Russos, which I suspected. So, you know what? Magically, coincidentally, an article comes out on the Wall Street Journal, and I fucking guarantee you what happened. Disney contacted the Wall Street Journal, which is a terrible paper. It's just an awful paper now. It's a terrible paper. I heard it fucking Trump saying that. And they're like, hey, let's do an article. And they're like, okay, but we'll frame it for you. Okay. They're all buddy. And you know what? They'll mix in a little truth. They'll go, you know what? It has underperformed. And, I just want to point out, like with all those early reactions that said Marvel was back. And Marvel's been back. And Marvel is back since the last time Marvel was back. Since the last time Marvel was back. And each time, because, well, they're disingenuous. But there's also a lot of people out there with the fucking, memory retention of a fucking goldfish or an ostrich. Pick your poison. Both are really bad. And they just fall for this shit every single time, especially when we just went through this a couple of months ago. Couple of fucking months ago. And we went through it with the Marvels. And we've gone through it with every fucking Marvel movie. So now they're going to put in some kernels of truth, like, it has been underperforming. Disney wanted more from Marvel. Now it wants less. The superhero studio is cutting back TV productions and fixing its film slate after fans lost the plot. Okay, you like that? It's your fault. You lost the plot, guys. You did. You don't understand the genius of their work. It's cinema. Egyptian superhero, cinema. Marvel's Katie, cinema. America Chavez, cinema. Miss Marvel, cinema. You're all just too fucking dumb to understand what these geniuses with no experience, and some of them haven't even directed movies before, are doing. You don't get it. After fucking fans lost the plot? No. After Marvel lost the plot. Oh, I need a crack. I'm not signing up for this shit. Not going to subscribe. Okay, I'm going to tell you what's in here anyway, because I read it yesterday, but I guess you get one read before that, but fuck them. Okay, so essentially what Kevin Feige admitted was, he said, wow, there's a lot of homework. Hang on. Need mirror for. Need to crack it. I don't need some crack. Don't smoke crack. Well, Marvel is. Did I ever smoke crack? No. Never did. Never did. I didn't like smoking it. Felt like such a waste. All right, where was I? Okay, so Kevin Feige basically came out and said, hey, you know what, guys? It's a feeling like you're having to do a lot of homework out there. And I hear talk of Marvel fatigue. So we're going to do something about that. We're going to do a hard reset. And a hard reset, and they say it in the article, it's in my video, is the Thunderbolts. That's their reset. So their big solution to take care of content that requires homework from other content, and that's all it is. Don't call it a movie. Don't call it a film, even though I did in the video. It's content. Is to come out with a movie that requires the most homework out of all of them. So this is what Hollywood does. This is what politicians do. This is what you and I, every fucking one of us, are tired of. We're tired of, we're just going to say shit that we know is completely untrue. But if it gets bumped up by a Wall Street Journal, some fucking retard out there will bump it like Cosmic Marvel or something like that, and we'll be good. We'll be covered. We have no intention of doing any of this shit, and we know we're fucking lying our asses off, but it's okay because we are an authoritative source, and we have the platform of authority. So we can lie to you with authority. And like I said before, it's always been bigger than Hollywood. But if it's the proving ground, and if they can get away with it there, where else are they getting away with it? Oh, everywhere. And that's what every fucking human being, I'm guessing on both sides of the aisle, I'm guessing most normal people out there who aren't on the fringes are fucking sick of. We're sick of the dog and pony show. We're sick of being lied to. And just fucking stop. Just shut your fucking pie hole, Kevin Feige. Just go out and make something better. Quit talking about making something better. Same with every fucking politician. The same shit we heard from Kurtzman and Trek. Stop fucking lying. Just keep making your shit. Be honest with us. Going, you know what? I don't really care about Star Trek. I'm here to fucking for the paycheck, and I'm just trying to shit out as much as I can. I'd respect that more. No, they lie with authority. So don't bring that bullshit here now. Just fucking stop. If you want to make something better, Kevin Feige, I know you make millions of dollars and you run a studio, but you're dumb as fuck. Shut your pie hole, get to work. And I really don't think he's that dumb as fuck. I think you're disingenuous as fuck. And maybe he is trying to be a good company man, and he's being pulled in 50 different directions with all their DEI and HR and a board. Go look at the background of the board at Disney. Go look at their background. There's some people in there who have a entertainment background. Okay. And then the rest of the motherfuckers worked at Pepsi or Lockheed Martin. They don't want to know what the fuck they're doing. It's a cushy job. They just go, you go, Bob. I'll go cash my $2 million check a year. I mean, it's a good job if you can get it. But they don't know anything about making entertainment. And Kevin Feige, dude, he's been there since the beginning. He was working as an assistant on those X-Men films. Like, he's been there. He was able to put something together. He had a lot of better, more creative people around him, and they made something really good for 3 phases. And don't even dude, Thor Dark World is fucking Shakespeare compared to all this shit. Don't be talking shit about Thor Dark World. Even Christopher Eccleston mailing in his performance is 100 times better than the shit we're seeing. Oh, did you put up the put that, or you can put that article back if you want, X-Ray Girl. There is a tweet I want to show you that shows you let's put the retardation on display, shall we? This is it's a retard or it's a retarded bot. I'm guessing it's a retarded bot. That would be my guess. So I love this stuff because I know it makes Mahler, who's a pretty measured dude, it makes his blood boil. And it makes mine too. But here we go. I'm going to share it. Keep that up there, X-Ray Girl. I'll pull it up in a second. I'll whip it out in a second. I need to whip something else out first. Wait, I need my high-pitched voice.
I think I enjoy Yelena more than I enjoying Natasha, not gonna lie.
And look, it's Miguel 3L with how many followers does he have? And listen, no shit, 696 followers. That's really fucking good. Okay, I'm not gonna shame that. And look, there's a profile picture of the Thunderbolts. Oh, 8.4 million impressions. And nobody believes that. No, not the impressions, the statement. Nobody fucking, and like, dude, we see this shit all the fucking time. So does X Twitter have a bot problem? Absolutely. Every time you go look at your new followers and you see no profile picture, like 10 in a row, and it's all like Gungan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like, yeah, okay. And they all do. They all do. I think YouTube probably handles it the best because they scrub their bots every fucking day. Every day. Yeah, this is fucking unbelievable. Oh, that reminds me. Garrett's got the blooper. So I did my intro, my video, and then I forgot
that this was on.
And I recorded like the first
5 minutes of video with this voice.
Yeah. Internet's dead, bro. I mean, that's gonna be pretty much it. And like, you know what? Like, it's been really fun, and I'm gonna ride the wave. It's all gravy for me. Okay, I'm gonna ride the wave and have fun. But I am looking forward to the analog generation, the generation that rejects all this shit. And they're like, we're kind of getting there. Everybody's like, ooh, CRTV, that's neat. No, it's not. It sucks. Fucking looks like shit. Ooh, cassettes. Cassettes sound like shit. Okay, stop. Like even like vinyl. I love vinyl. I love the packaging of vinyl. And sometimes it can sound as good as the CD, but not better. A truly remastered compact disc or Blu-ray, if you get the Blu-ray, like no, it's not better. It's neat. Okay, I like vinyl a lot. Cassettes are cool looking. They sound like shit. I still use cassettes. Blah. It's because you're in Canada. Okay. It's like cassettes are neat. They sound like dog shit. Come on. But I have a bunch, Perry. I mean, I'm sorry. Perry's all true. Yeah, but dude, I've got a closet full of them. A closet full of them. I have my old like mixtapes that I fucking made Melissa. Yeah, I made Melissa mixtapes. Everybody did. I'm not a hoarder. Do I have any Pixies? I like the Pixies. Yeah, I made mixtapes for my girl. I didn't do 8 tracks. No, I like the Pixies a lot. I didn't do 8 tracks though. What did you just call me, Eric? A whore? A little bit. Little bit. Let me tell you, CD mixes are great, but you had to fucking do work to do a cassette mix. Was you sitting there either recording another tape or a record, or if you want to get really crazy, recording a song off the radio and having to sit there, and you don't just program it in and go, no. There was some fucking effort that went into a mixtape. And most girls never appreciated it, to be honest with you. Yep. you know people used to like not most people listen to music and do something. People used to sit down just to listen to music. They'd sit in a chair and put on a record and go listen to their music. Mixtapes, yeah, like we'd make mixtapes for girls and nothing would happen. Yeah, fuck. They took it for granted. Now they wish they had listened to some of those mixtapes. They do. Ladies. A lot of fucking effort went into that shit. We had to listen to a lot of bad music. A lot of bad music. All right. Trump tariffs. Trump tariffs. Oh, it's right there. Look at that. Look at that. Here, we got to get rid of that. And then we'll go. Oh, no, it's okay. Here we go. We'll get the Trump tariffs in a second. I wanted to get to that one line in here. What the fuck? Where'd it go? Oh, you're controlling that one.
If you know what the line is, I can try and find it.
Hang on. Okay, no, it's right here. Just leave it, like scroll it down a little bit to get Los Angeles all the way up to that line right there. Nope, no, you passed it. Nope, you passed it again. X-ray girl. Los Angeles to the blue line up there. That blue line right below Washington Street Journal. The blue line where it says Washington WSJ right there. X-ray girl. See the blue line?
This blue line you're talking about?
The blue fucking line that's right on the top. That's below, like listen is above it. See it? I want you to take Los Angeles and put it right to that blue line.
There.
Thank you.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
I have a really fast scroll, okay?
A little more. There you go. Thank you. God. Los Angeles. The head of Marvel Studios told colleagues recently that watching all the comic book giants' new TV shows and films had started to feel more like homework than entertainment. The problem, Kevin Feige acknowledged, is that an effort to satisfy parent company Disney hunger for content on its new streaming service, the studio behind the Avengers churned out too many movies and shows with interconnected stories. The deluge of material from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU, on D+ overwhelmed and eventually alienated viewers. Okay, we're going to stop right there. Again, I'll get into my video, but I'll be very brief here. Life is killing Nerdrotic. X-ray girl? It ain't life.
Harry said DEI is killing Nerdrotic, and I said life is. Let's reply to him.
No, it's fucking DEI. He's right. Where's my ESG credit? Okay, where was I? Okay. Fans are alienated. Yes. Are they alienated just because there's too much stuff? No. If there was all of this stuff and there was some really good in there, and quite frankly, the most of it is pretty good. So if you had some really good and then a chunk of pretty good, and then you could survive having some shit, because not everything's going to be good. We understand that. But you need more than half of your stuff to be at least pretty good. That has not happened. Now, why is it not pretty good or good? Why is it mostly shit? When you have thousands and thousands and thousands of comics over decades and decades and decades that people read and loved. You didn't need to make up a character. You didn't need to make up a single fucking story. You could have just drawn on that forever and decided to go, nah, we know better than these motherfuckers. Captain America's black now, even though we were setting up Bucky. Again, 2 movies in a row that Bucky should have been head of. And the reason they downplayed Bucky, he's white. He's fucking white. That's it. That's all. Diversity means less white. Let's stop pretending it doesn't. You built the mighty Marvel Cinematic Universe. You decided to build another house, and you put it on the foundation of the message of identity politics on a platform for influence instead of entertaining people with good stories that you could have drawn on for the rest of your natural fucking life. That's why it failed. America Chavez showed up before Namor. And when Namor showed up, you fucked him up. You played identity politics. When Namor probably should have been played by an Asian dude. If we're going to play that game, Namor looks Asian. You got rid of Cap. You got rid of Iron Man. You didn't recast Chadwick Boseman. You turned Thor into a fucking pool boy. Yeah. You never know what to do with Doctor Strange. Never knew what to do with fucking Hawkeye. You had to bait and switch in Hawkeye, bait and switch in fucking Moon Knight. You don't know what to do. So your foundation is gone. And now you just slap a new Avengers label on a bunch of fucking scrubs. A bunch of fucking scrubs and Bucky. And he's not even the fucking leader. It's Yelena, who murdered a bunch of fucking innocent people and hasn't really done a whole lot to make up for it. And now they're repainting. They're like the billboard, the painting billboard in Hollywood. They're repainting it the New Avengers. And the movie's flopping. So the reason the audience feels alienated is because Kevin Feige, Disney, and everybody in that company alienated the fans by baking into the scripts their contempt for them. And make no mistake, they have contempt for you. And because they make pretend and they get paid a lot of money, all of a sudden they think it makes them smart at everything. When to make it in Hollywood now, it isn't even really that much about talent. It's about how well you could bullshit and toe the line. What's this? After a wave of expansion, Universal Studios will still have fewer theme parks than Disney in every region, except for one. Bob Iger could change that. Make as many fucking parks as you want, Bob. There's nothing in it that interests me in the least bit. I will never say. I used to go to Disneyland 4 times a year when I lived in SoCal. Like it's part of my childhood. Partied like a motherfucker in that place, had good times, was there as a little kid, was there as a teenager, took my kids there. Last time I ever will set foot in a Disney fucking anything was 2019. Jeremy got us in Jeremy knew somebody who worked at the park and got a shitload of us in, and we converged on Galaxy's Edge, and it looked like a clean Baghdad. Like it was fucking empty. We got on one ride, kind of sucked. The Millennium Falcon ride, and we left. Did we do something fun? Didn't we? Didn't we do Pirates or something like that? I hope I did Pirates on my way out, even though it's fucking gay now. Like it used to be good, but it's gay now. Oh, back to Kevin Feige. So yeah, they're going to try to put this to, we oversaturate. And that is one of the problems. You did oversaturate, but you oversaturated with shit. Again, if more than half of your stuff was just pretty good, you'd be okay right now. You'd be fine. It also stretched Feige and his team's resources thin, diluting the quality of their output. Okay. Are you just saying it's Bob Chapek who did this? Because he's been gone for quite a while now, and he was basically around for a blip, and everything you implemented and everything he could quote unquote implemented was set in motion by Bob Iger, who conveniently quit right when COVID showed up. You know, I don't like Bob Iger for a lot of things, but that move is so fucking slimy. It is so fucking slimy. He knew it was coming. He had government contacts, and he's like, to preserve my legacy, I'm going to leave. And the thing is, if he had stayed gone, he would have preserved his legacy. The fact that he came back, he fucked it. So thanks for coming back, Bob, and exposing yourself as just being a weatherman who bought a bunch of shit, didn't innovate anything, and actually drove it all into the ground. Well done, dipshit. Thank God you're not going to become president and too fucking old. Go take your fucking 4 showers a day somewhere else. He must really fucking stink if he has to take that many showers. This also stretched Feige and his team's resources thin, diluting the quality of their output. Marvel's box office sales, streaming popularity, and formerly untouchable. And formerly untouchable position, because I can read, in pop culture, suffered. Well, it's past suffering now. We are well and truly into Marvel fatigue, because Marvel is tired. Now, Fatiguey, I'm going to call him Fatiguey, is leading an internal overhaul aimed at getting the studio back on track. That's kind of like when the government has investigated themselves and they found no wrongdoing. That's exactly what's going on here. Marvel is making fewer TV shows and standalone stories that don't require prior knowledge of the MCU. Fatiguey is focused on fixing the studio's movie slate following recent flops like February. Oh, whoa. Wrong button, shit. Feige is focused on fixing the studio's movie slate following recent flops like February's Captain African American. What? Is the legacy media calling Captain African American a flop now? Well, fucking well. How about them apples? Holy shit. Things must be really bad, guys. Now, this isn't admitting failure in any way, shape, or form. This is passing the blame on to pretty much everybody else. And a good organization and a well-run organization doesn't have articles like this written about it. You know, Disney, I'm sorry to use a sports analogy, but I mean, Disney's the fucking Cowboys, man. They're like, America's team. This time we're going to do it. Dak Prescott. Oh, we fucking suck all the fucking time. We haven't won a Super Bowl in fucking decades. Sorry, Cowboy fans. It's just a fact. Okay. And like, don't give me shit. My team is not even in my fucking city anymore, and they never won shit, but I know it. Yeah, they like the idea of Disney. They love the idea of Marvel as it was, but it's been 6 years since Endgame. That's over half a decade. It's getting long. Sun's going down, big guy. Sun's going down. And we tried and tried to warn you. And now we're just kind of kicking back on the beach, watching the ship sink. Damn, rub it in, Gary. Hey, your team's still in your city. Quit your fucking bitching. The Dallas Cowboys will never leave. Yeah, you know what? I was a good baseball player in Little League, Blake. Don't come crying to me about me talking shit about your team. My team left my city. Broke my heart. Fuck y'all bitching. You got your team. You know? And you got an owner who's a better actor than he's a GM. Because goddamn, his scene was good in Landman. I don't hate Jerry. Like, Jerry's that 82-year-old guy who's like banging 20-year-old girls. That's what he is. That's what he is. He's an oil tycoon dude. Dallas plays in Fort Worth. Same fucking thing. What's the difference? Oh, I'm going to make all the people mad. What's the fucking difference? There's no difference between Fort Worth and Dallas. Same fucking city. To everybody on earth, nobody gives a fuck about the difference and nobody sees one. It's like saying Oakland, San Francisco. What's the difference? I mean, there really isn't one, but Giants playing Jersey. Jersey is just fucking New York Junior. That's all it is. Okay. Jersey is where the mobs, dumped all the chemicals and all the bodies. It's just New York Junior. And it produces fucking shit musicians like Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen. Okay, I'll give you Monster Magnet. Good job there. But yeah, Jersey. There ain't no gardens in the Garden State. You got the Jersey Devil. You got a cool crypto. I'll give you that. You're not wrong. Like Jim Eagle, San Diego's basically an LA suburb. It is LA Junior. San Diego has become LA Junior. 100%. Not going to argue with you at all. Used to be a great city. Used to be a great, clean city. Now it's just LA Junior. Okay, enough talking shit about geographical locations and football teams. So where was I? All right. I can't believe they called it a flop. That's great. So this last paragraph here is what I wanted to focus on is stop. Don't move it. I was fine. I could have read it. I'm afraid she's going to scroll back up again. The first major test of his reset. Okay, so Kevin Feige's got a big plan, everybody. He's going to make less TV shows. He's going to make less movies. Oh, we're not going to make them better. We're just going to not make as much. The first major test of this reset arrives. Now, mind you, is it okay. The first major test of this reset arrived this weekend with Thunderbolts, about a team of sidekicks, has-beens, and other C-listers who have to save the world in the Avengers' absence. But are they absent? Because, I mean, off screen, Sam Wilson was putting together his own Avengers. Did he do it last minute? Early box office sales indicate it will open with between 70 and 75 million. It made 76, and they're calling it a victory, in the U.S. and Canada this weekend, which put it at the lowest tier of the company's releases. Now control F X-Ray Girl and hit homework. Hit homework. Okay, so his big solution was to make the Thunderbolts that has a bunch of character from D+ shows. It's a tome, I know. There we go. Oh, I said it earlier. Okay. The head of Marvel Studios told colleagues recently that watching all the comic book giants' new TV shows and films had started to feel more like homework than entertainment. Gee, I wonder who's been saying that for fucking 6 years or 5. We'll say since D Plus started. Yeah, and now he's just saying shit because his big reset is the Thunderbolts, which requires the most homework at all. So I'm sorry to be repetitive here, but I'm just pointing out like how full of shit he is and how he's trying to like not take the blame. You know what, Kevin Feige, I don't think anybody would fire you. I think people would respect you more if you just came up and go, you know what? Because he almost does this as it. I was a company man. I did all this stuff and it's shit. And I did hear directly from somebody talk to him that there was a meeting and Kevin Feige said, when it comes to diversity, I've done my part for king and country. And then he puts female Silver Surfer in and the guy tells me, well, that wasn't his choice. It's like, whose fucking choice was it? Fucking what? The president of the studio, Bob Iger? There's only 2 or 3 people at Disney. I'm thinking 2 that can make a choice above Kevin Feige. So they're genuinely worried, and they should be, because you know what? They needed $1 billion from Fantastic Four, and I don't think they're going to get it. I don't think they're going to get it. More on that later. I'm not calling you a moron. More on this later. I'm sure we'll cover it on Real BBC tomorrow, and yep, I got to make a video on that. I don't think it'll be out tomorrow, but maybe Wednesday. Maybe who knows? Who knows? Poor Garrett just was up till 4 a.m. doing our Thunderbolts video. But I ain't passing that one up. Oh, fucking no. Oh, no. Oh, fucking no. Okay. Real quick. Tariffs. So when Jeremy told me about this yesterday, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, so he's putting tariffs on foreign films or American companies taking their productions to other countries? How would you implement this? And how is Hollywood going to spin not liking this? Because it definitely is set up to help the rank and file, what they call below the line, which is I think is a disgusting term. It's definitely a term to like, well, yeah, you're not as good as us. It's the working class of Hollywood. It's the people who actually build the sets, make the costumes, do all like jack of all trades, which most of them are. And quite frankly, the innocent parties in all this who didn't partake in all this bullshit, and they're the ones the most affected, and they're the ones losing all the work. The big, Brad Pitts in the world, they're fucking fine. George Clooney, deposing presidents and dyeing his fucking hair, they're fine. And the reason that Hollywood studios have to fucking go make stuff in the UK because they get a better tax break in the most taxed fucking country, one of the most taxed countries in Western civilization. So, and the reason they have to do that is because the state that Hollywood is in, called California, has a chairman known as California Psycho, who they fully support, who is the one who doesn't give them tax incentives. Mayor Bass, who was a commie, who was appointed by Obama and won in a mysterious ballot dump in the middle of the night over another Democrat who wasn't radical enough, who's a fucking retard, by the way, and is going to keep her job because everybody in Los Angeles is retarded right now. She's not helping you. Chairman Newsom's not helping you. And Trump's actually, I don't know if this is a good attempt or not, because I don't understand it enough. It doesn't seem possible. But we all know why he imposed it. We all know why he implemented. We'll get to that in just a second. So let's hear what Variety has to say. I'm sure they're really going to love it. Movie industry shocked and confused after Trump says he'll put 100% tariffs on films produced outside the U.S. This is nuts. So that answers your question. Avengers Doomsday, it's in the UK. That is a film. That is an American production being taken to the UK, hiring people from the UK to work on it. Same goes for Australia. And other, South Africa. They're doing so, like, good luck there. Be careful. Be careful. If you're white. President Trump plans to enforce a 100% tariff on foreign produced films was met with shock and disbelief across the European film industry. It was unclear how he levies, which were announced over the weekend on social media, would be enforced and which productions are most vulnerable to the tariffs. Yet there are widespread concerns that if they are enacted, Trump's latest moves have the potential to upend and potentially decimate a global film business that relies on a network of international incentives and foreign locations to make movies. Well, I mean, it was brought up on Forbidden Frontier last night. You can film damn near everything in America, like every geographic location. Pretty much every climate you could. Everything from low budget indies to studio blockbusters are currently being made in countries like the UK, France, Germany, and Hungary. Even Mel Gibson, who is one of the 3 Hollywood special ambassadors appointed by Trump, the others who are Sylvester Stallone and John Voight, is currently planning to shoot his Passion of the Christ sequel in Italy. The reaction in the UK, where so many U.S. movies are filming, has been the most vitriolic. I can say that. Well, of course, they're benefiting. But, like, let me also tell you that being a fan of Hollywood, Hollywood will go to a country for a while, get the tax incentives, then the country will end the tax incentives, and then it will leave. So this is temporary. So, you know, their thing of going to the UK and filming will last about 5 more years. And then they'll find another country and do it somewhere else. Okay. So yeah, Jesus 2 is coming out. Jesus 2 is coming out. Can't wait for Jesus 2. Jesus 2. There it is. Jesus 2. I don't know why that's fucking funny, but it's funny. This makes no sense, a UK producer rallied. It implies that the US film is meant to shoot in the US, but the Harry Potter films, Lord of the Rings, Schindler's List, Mission Impossible, Gladiator, Avatar, or so many other US films were shot overseas, obvious reasons. Do these films have to shoot in the US from now on? It's an absurd announcement with no meaning, nor understanding, or storytelling, or creative impulses. He's trying to bring work back to Hollywood, so he's trying to get people to the table. I mean, I don't know shit about tariffs. I think this is through an executive order. I don't know if that has any teeth at all. I think it's to get people to the table, to get American studios to stop going over there so much, because there's a lot of films UK. You don't need to film over there. You don't. Now, I don't really care, but if you're like, do they need to be filmed here? I mean, like, well, fucking America has more locations than you do, UK. You have some beautiful place. Yeah, you have a beautiful place, but not a lot of geologic diversity. But you have nice studios. You have really good studios over there. No, it's to bring Disney and Warner Brothers and Amazon. It's to bring them to the fucking table to basically incentivize them to film more here. That's all. I don't think if the tariffs even can be implemented, and I wouldn't know how, it would probably be for a short time. Does it affect good stuff? Yes, it affects a lot of stuff from Asia, which is a lot of people are enjoying right now. So it does affect good stuff. It does. Without a doubt. But I don't know how it gets implemented. I think it's just a negotiation technique. And it is designed to help Hollywood, California. So I'm going to really enjoy seeing Hollywood, California spin this how it's bad. Now, I think putting 100%, I don't think the movie industry as a whole could afford this right now, especially the one from Hollywood. They can't. So it's going to force them to the negotiation table. It is. Because they're in enough trouble. But that's productions, right? I mean, what about finished products that are out right now? I don't know. Another British producer said, even unemployed Americans are saying this is nuts. Okay, give me some receipts. These are people who have genuinely had their careers shattered because of production moving to Europe. All right, give me an example. So the guy who stole somebody's job from America is like, hey, even the guy I stole the job from is saying nuts. I'm not going to give you any receipts at all for this. Not a fucking hyperlink or anything. I'm just going to fucking say it. And it's behind the anonymous British producer. This guy could be producing fucking gay porn for all we fucking know. Or Doctor Who. Not that there's any difference, but you know what I mean. Echo's another London-based producer. If this goes the distance, it will decimate the industry. But you can't just stop production, he said. When does it come to an effect? What about movies in pre-production that are shooting or are in post? Would you just double their costs? None of this has been thought through. So I think the calm response is, let's see what this means. Let's see the fine print. Well, I'm guessing there'll be a date. That would be my guess, is like, if this gets implemented, it goes from this date on. So I'm thinking if you're in production, you're probably safe. But who knows? Production in the U.S. is down 40% after Hollywood resolves strikes with the actors and screenwriter unions, and some major films, including next Avengers movies, have decamped for the UK and other European cities. Incentives are partially responsible for the move, although many states such as Georgia and New York offer generous film funding packages that rival those in other countries. Hollywood lobbying arms such as the Motion Picture Association have argued that the U.S. needs a federal film incentive as a carrot to lure productions back. Trump appears to have opted for using tariffs as a stick. Yes. And the reason he did that was to get you to the bargaining table. They're going to be working on stuff here in Texas too to make it cheaper. On Sunday, Trump's message was getting passed around Hollywood like a young actress. I'll stop there. As executives joined emergency meetings to try to make sense of a proposal that's still dimly understood. Before the news dropped on Trump's plan, Gaëtan Bruel, who is recently appointed president of France's National Film Board and previously headed the French Culture Services in the U.S., feared the Trump administration would start targeting cinema and audiovisual media, and argued that everyone who would lose out, starting with the U.S. industry itself. They know nothing about art, you silly English pig dog. Europe and France in particular are major markets for American works. Yep. Which he says represents roughly 60% of the content that people consume in Europe. Others are standing back to see if Trump goes through with his threats or moves are generated as a barrage of headlines. Well, that's usually what it is. That's usually what it is, but it's to get people to the negotiation table because, well, I mean, and it's not the studios necessarily who can fix this. It is the state of California can offer incentives, but if you do a federal incentive, which I am personally, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm fucking against. I'm 100% against. Any federal, yeah, it's taxes. Taxation is theft, but any federal resources, I mean, paying one single fucking person money that we pay for in tax to handle Hollywood's problem, I am against. I will be against. I will remain against. Fuck that. They can work it out themselves. California can work it out themselves. But if Trump does, okay, I'll give you a federal credit, then it has to come with certain things, because Trump brought up propaganda. And he's like, well, it's propaganda. Well, Hollywood's making the most propaganda, dude. Actually, South Korea is not making propaganda shit. The UK is. But Hollywood makes all the propaganda. Hollywood is CIA. Yep. Yep. All right. It's square up time. It is square up time. Anak Maman for $10. By the way, this is from Superhero Fatigue is here, and it is. It fucking is. Sorry. Yes, they didn't make enough good superhero movies. But saying you don't believe in something that's fucking happening, like right before our eyes. There's reasons for it. And I agree. It's too many bad superhero movies. It still doesn't change the fact that superhero fatigue is here. Because Jeremy liked Thunderbolts. A lot of people in this sphere like the movie. And God bless you if you do. Okay? It made less money than Captain African American, a movie that I could say it's better than. Superhero fatigue is here. It's not your fault, though. It's theirs. I love that article said fans lost the plot. Jesus fucking Christ, those pieces of shit. Woo! I need the clip. Probably Jeremy probably has it. I need the clip of from Twitter yesterday of Donald Trump going, Washington Journal's a terrible paper. It's an awful newspaper. Anakbaman for $10 on the Streamlabs side says, I've been watching Deadwood. It's great so far. I never thought I'd hear the phrase cocksucker used in Iambic. Is this some Shakespeare ref? Iambic pentameter? I don't even know.
Iambic pentameter.
What does a fucking iambic pentameter?
It's a way to speak, I believe. And
well, fucking just say it's a way to speak. In fact, it gets used a lot. Either way, great show. I look forward to seeing more. Yeah, cocksucker is used a lot. It's used a lot. Gary, how far did you get in the Dresden Files on audio? I'm pretty far in. There's a lot. I'm not like near done, but I enjoyed a lot. It's been a while since I listened. I was listening to Project Hail Mary, and pretty much I've spent because I listen to something as I wind down at night. I've been just watching the Y-Files 24-hour stream on the Y-Files Backstage. That is my it gives me peace. I know, like, it talks about lots of creepy stuff, but it just mellows me out, gets me ready for bed. Listen to AJ and Hecklefish. Just chill out a little bit. before I lose consciousness and go to sleep and get back and do it all again. Because it's fun. Y-Files, love them. Rupert 112 for $4.99. What did you guys think of the new season of Black Mirror? I personally enjoyed it. I haven't seen it yet. I was like averse to it, Rupert, because they do a sequel to the USS Callister, an episode that I fucking hate with the intensity of 10,000 Suns, which I reviewed. I reviewed many moons ago. Long story short, it's about toxic fans, and it ends with killing the toxic fan who and you're like in an old original series Star Trek setting, and then the girl takes over in the Jar Jar Abrams shiny lens flare Star Trek setting, and she's the good guy now. Now, I like the girl. She was in The Penguin. She's hot, and she's a good actress, but I fucking hated that episode. Jesse Plemons is in it too. Yeah. But I'm going to go back and watch that one because Capaldi's in one. My boy Capaldi. So I'll check it out. He needs to be in more shit, Peter Capaldi. He was really good in the Suicide Squad. Nice of Disney to add a child predator to the Predator roster. Very spot on for them. It is Japanese Demon Lord. I can't remember who you're referring to, but I'm just going to assume it's probably a good portion of the employees at Disney. It's not a good portion, but it's enough. It's enough to where a sheriff does a press conference every few months about all the fucking predators he arrested from fucking Disney. Sorrow for YouTube Marquez for $1.99. Is Russell T. Davies a broken man, and why? I think he is. As being as humane as I can. His husband, who he was with a long time, died of cancer, and that's pretty much why he backed away from writing for a while. And so instead of being the guy I thought he was, and maybe was for a while, and that changed, was a guy who, you know, grew up gay because he was born gay, because people are born gay, in a rough time where it was like really rough to be gay, and he like rose up, did Queer as Folk, but then he brought Doctor Who back in such a great way that you just became not a gay icon, an icon. Like, you rose above it, dude. You rose above it. You brought people together, and that should be your goal with Doctor Who all the time. Now it plays out like he's a bitter old fuck. He's a better old fuck. Going after Doctor Who fans and everything and yelling at clouds. And he came back because he had a lot more to say, not about Doctor Who politically. And he was free to make what he wanted. Mr. Joe Lynch for $9.99. I feel you guys are wrong about this being the end of Doctor Who. The message is more important than money to them. They will just raise everyone's TV fees to make up the difference. I mean, they could, Joe, but I don't think people are buying anymore. I don't think they're buying. While Star Wars Episode 3 made money on its 20th anniversary, you think Disney will re-release 7 for the 10th? How much will it make? Well, they better hurry. Oh, that's this December, right? I'd love to see them do that. It is the 10th anniversary of The Force Awakens. It is. It's halfway to becoming a masterpiece. A while back, Mahler said that he had an objective rating system for music or something similar reviewing movies. I would love to hear about that. We'll ask him on Real BBC. I'm curious about that. I'm too old I'm not gonna I just give my opinions on stuff. I don't know if they're objective or not. It's just my opinions. What are your favorite Jack Kirby covers? Whoa, dude, these are big questions. Subhuman 84. I'd have to seriously think about that. Yeah, that's something I'll have to get back to on Real BBC. That's a lot. That's a lot. Boy. They're mostly going to be Thor covers. I think his Thor covers are fucking insane. They're so good. I mean, people will fall back to like Kirby doing early Fantastic Four. And I think that's like good Kirby, but like late 60s, early 70s. This is the Kirby I hated as a kid. I'm like, he's all blocky and everything like that. But no, that's like fucking peak Kirby. It's like Eternals and his Thor stuff. Then when he went over to DC to do the Fourth World, that shit was fucking awesome. But where Kirby is best is like, you know, when Mr. Fantastic is working on one of his fucking crazy machines, you know, that's where he's best. What are Landman's powers? Oberchud 2077 for $4.99. Smoking cigarettes and putting up with his crazy family. That is a superpower. What did you guys think about Sinners? Was it woke? Justin for $5. Was it woke? No. The KKK were the bad guys, but it takes place in Mississippi, and the KKK were not good guys. Okay, so I have no sympathy for KKK dudes getting shot up. About as much sympathy as I have of Nazis or fucking commies getting shot up. Like none at all. They're bad guys. Shoot them dead. But in the sense it could have like really fucking hammered a lot of shit home, it doesn't, because it just becomes a movie about two brothers and vampires. That's pretty much what it is. But I mean, is Ryan Coogler woke? Well, considering he's from the fucking Bay Area, yeah, probably. But it was about the blues. It was about the blues. And about freedom. I can name 10 things that are more woke than fucking Sinners. Quite easily. Curious, Jeremy Renner on Rogan. Haven't seen the whole thing yet. I will watch it. I heard it's really good. What happened, X-Ray Girl? X-Ray Girl?
For what?
Rumble.
Oh, I don't know. I just said that it couldn't find the destination anymore, and the stream had like already ended. So, and it was processing.
Why did it end?
I think it was a StreamYard's issue.
Or a Rumble issue.
Or a Rumble issue, because it just said we're having trouble streaming to the destination. Right. There's no reason.
I'm removing it then. Sorry, Rumble just fucking ended. Jesus Christ. Canada can't have nice things because of old people. Says Stephen Lee for $2. Accidental Seller for 100 Norwegian krona. It's sad how Gary and RMB are big fans of Space Battleship Yamato Star Blazers, but they never bring up the anime. What? Unless someone else is bringing it up. Would love to see Mahler review the great 2199 remake. I have the 2199 remake. Accident Seller, you're just trying to fucking bait me, dude. That's bait. I talk about, well, for one, I mean, it's a show I watched when I was 7. I am 55. So I'm not like just rattling off the top of my head stuff I watched 40 years ago, but I watched it a lot. It was my favorite thing on earth. The Battleship Yamato is one of the best ship designs ever. And Rob talks about it all the time. He's got models. I've got models. I have them on physical media. But I'm going to be real with you. Accidental Seller. I will watch animated stuff sometimes. But it's not my go-to. Like, animated stuff is not my go-to. There's some really solid, good, great animated stuff out there. but it's not my go-to. I saw Revenge of the Sith re-released 3 times over 3 days at 3 different theaters, and each screening was packed as a 96 baby. The prequels are what got me into Star Wars. Forever a George Lucas Star Wars fan. Fuck Disney. Hail Frederick Reamer for $10. The planet with the rebel rock, paper, scissors is Yavin 4. Yes, it is. That was the big reveal at the end of Andor. The rock, paper, scissors planet was Yavin 4. For fuck's sakes, cancel Disney Plus, says Graph Web. Man, they're going to want to. You know what's going to bring people to Disney Plus is fucking Lilo and Stitch. It's not going to be Thunderbolts. It's not going to be Daredevil. It's not going to be fucking Parrot Analytics came out and said Andor has generated $300 million for Disney. How in the fuck would Parrot Analytics know that with the way they gather data? By the way, for anybody using that as a win, go look at how Parrot Analytics gathers data. They have no access or knowledge of any money going to Disney or how many people subscribe during a show. Unless Disney tells them, which they don't. Now, Disney has the power. They know that. They absolutely know that. And the reason you might ask, why don't they share numbers? Why don't they share, they share viewing figures because they have to for advertisers for broadcast TV. They share box office numbers, which are bullshit a lot, but they share them. So why don't they share stream? I mean, like, wouldn't they want to swing their dick out, when something's really good, and they occasionally do, but there's no way to back it up because they don't share numbers? Well, it's all proprietary. And more importantly, all the numbers are incredibly low. And that would be really bad if investors found that out. Because a lot of investors out there, a lot of people who put their fucking hard-earned money into retirement love doing this. La, 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 when they're done with their fucking money. It's just, I look at that little percentage. If it goes up and down, that's all I care about. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Especially when you get into Disney. That's why I don't fuck with the stock market, because I'm dealing with a bunch of people who don't pay attention. And it's a fucking gambling. I will buy a piece of land or a fucking Silver Age comic book or a Golden Age comic book. Maybe some gold. Haven't really done that yet, but maybe. Tangibles. But I'm not a financial analyst. Spoiler, whomever thought the story about the asterisk was a good idea needs to be fired from all forms of entertainment forever. I agree. I'm going to watch Midnight now, the real one. Hail the real BBC. Hail. Hail. Cheers from the middle of the strike in LA. Cheers. From Reno the Turk. Zodlander for 50 Swedish krona. I have not seen Andor, so I don't know. Is the Andor rape scene similar to the Spike rape scene in the Buffy scene? No, because the Buffy one goes way harder. And it actually matters to the story. It was just the rape scene in Andor was just there so people could talk about a rape scene. I doubt it'll be brought up or talked about again. The rape scene in Buffy and people like it's controversial, but it absolutely needed to be there because it sets up like a crazy redemption for Spike, who literally has to go through hell. Not just the term go through hell. No, he goes through hell to get his soul back. Because remember, when Spike was going after Buffy, he's got no soul. He's still the demon. Snacks for $5. Thunderbolts is all about mental illness now. Pedro, or was it after? I can't remember now. Because Spike was still fucked up even after he got his soul back. And I just watched it. My memory's fucked. But it meant something for Spike's redemption. That's what it meant. I'm pretty sure it led to him having to go to hell and then fighting all the beasties and coming back and getting his soul back. I just saw it like a few months ago, but memory's not what it used to be. The Real Emperor Palpatine for $5. Do it, Raper. Do it now. And Aquaman reviews and rants for $5. Thunderbolts damaged my mental health, and I'm not okay. Future review. Well, it turned out to suck. Wasn't Thunderbolts a pooperty team on TV? No. Thunderbolts. Okay, the name does not come from General Thunderbolt Ross. It comes from a poem. But in the movie, it comes from Yelena's soccer team. It's not an S. It stands for gun. You're right. It's a G. Dio Brando for $4.99. I know I'm behind, but the Midnight Goblin is exactly the same as the JoJo villain. Latches onto your back and controls you. Yep. Superman faces dimensional monkey hackers spreading rumors about him. What the fuck is this timeline? What the fuck was in my drink? Please please don't let it be true. It's true. It's just how long is it going to be in there? We don't know. We do not know. Wouldn't surprise me for the plot rumor about internet trolls to be true. James Gunn probably thinks it'll be funny. Hashtag super shit. Henry Cavill dodged a bullet on this one. Tardo have no... Oh, sorry. I just went right into my next one. That was Vanessa. Thank you very much. Fear the Tardo for $5. Tardo have no problem with James' dumb script. Having monkey type 2 dimensions. Tardo, of course, be another dimension, so makes sense. Lock it in. Yay. Ian Casper for $1.99. Mushable. What?
Mubschley, I think.
Mubschley. Do you play Souls game with a keyboard? Mubschley. He's talking to Mahler. I'm sure he does. I hear his keyboard clacking all the fucking time in the background. Super shit is the alter ego of Mr. Shart. Acid Hot Pocket for $10. Blood Viper for 10 British pounds. We're not going to tariff you here, okay? Hollyweird is full of DEI hires, which is why films today are so bad at CGI compared to 15, 20 years ago. Activists are completely incapable without the talent that they got rid of. Hail the Fellowship. You're right. They cast everybody. They didn't hire anybody. They cast them based on their identity. They are actors. They are pretending to be workers in Hollywood when they have no fucking talent. And what happens is they latch them on. I was told this story directly by a writer, like a top tier Hollywood writer, told me this story that he couldn't make a show because he wanted to get his regular writing partner in, but he had to pick. The studio gave him a bunch of names to pick from with no fucking experience. And he's all, oh yeah, none of them were white. And I had to take them to take this show. So I said, no. Because I played all the way through and I know what happened because I've already been through this. He's all, I would take on the show and I would be doing everything to cover up for their inexperience. And it's not fair to those people either. All right. You're not a fucking shadow. You're in a writer's room of a TV show that makes millions of dollars. You can't be some fucking scrub going in there. I'll say it. It sounds like Matt Reeves needs to see Thunderbolts. Those reviews are spectacular. I'm sure the final score will be 110% or more. Well, it's almost up there, Steve. A lot of people like it. I don't. Marty for $4.99. Gambit should be suave. Devil May Care. Playboy. Oh, can't do that nowadays. And Marvel treats him like a joke. More judgment from Hollywood to rule American Cajuns is in this case. Well, okay. Going back to Doctor Who. Going back to Thunderbolts. How are the men and the males past trauma? Because there is a connection. It's a very quick scene, but like the kids, the evil white straight podcaster's mom smacks him in the head for lying and won't listen to him while she's drinking. So where's the empathy for that kid? Well, there is none because he's a white male. He's disposable. Where's the empathy for John Walker? They tried to show some in the movie, but gave him no resolution whatsoever. His wife and kid just left him. and he's called a piece of shit. He's literally called a piece of shit in the movie. The girls, all victims. All victims. Who does the Doctor show the least amount of empathy to in the 62 history of this fucking show is a white male human who is straight. Not the Daleks, not the Cybermen, not the Weeping Angels, not anybody. Not the Rebel Flesh. Dude, the Flesh were flesh copies of the originals that murdered the original humans, and he had them replace the humans they fucking killed. Go back and watch the episode. But fucking podcaster comes up who refuses to take a vaccine. Oh, shit. Let him burn. Japanese Demon Lord, a beer Lucifer for $5. Don't forget the Batgirl in DC's most prolific movie since the Batman. Well, it's most, you mean, why did I say prolific? Profitable. It's profitable. Yes. So since Joker, which is their biggest hit, the most profitable movies for DC since Joker are The Batman and Batgirl. I repeat, the most profitable movies from DC since the Joker are The Batman and Batgirl, which got canceled for a tax write-off. Name for T'Challa, Namor. I don't know what the rest of that means. Artie Blarty Fart Blast. Artie Blarty Fart Blast instead of Slarty Bart Fast. Sarty Blart Fast. Sarty. Oh, man. Whew. The Dead Man, thank you for the 99-cent donation. Marty for $4.99. I know a lot of normies, and I'm telling you, not a single one knows Thunderbolts fucking exists, let alone who any of these characters are. Yeah, and it's kind of looking that way at the box office. It's going to be a whiff. I don't know about you guys, but Florence Pugh explored these nuts. It would vastly improve my mental health. Says Savvy's musky armpits for $5. So Savvy's armpits have testicles? Is that what you're saying? That's weird. Didn't they already ruin Moon Knight with this? They did. Thumbs up 1981 for $199. So for one, this isn't Marvel's first delving into mental health because they did it with Moon Knight. And if technically they did it with Iron Man 3, which was PTSD, which is better than Thunderbolts and Moon Knight. Snacks for $2. Should Thunderbolts asterisk be a puzzle piece? It's a piece. Oh, Yolanda for £2 I can't wait for people to see me as Black Widow. Yolanda. That was funny. So happy y'all watching this and not me. Anyway, I'm only 40 subs away from 1,000. Hail the fellowship. So must play reviews for $5 is so close to 1,000. So close. Let's get him there. Snacks for $2. Thunderbolt Strick. It's Thunderbolt's ass trick. Thumbs up 1981 for $4.99. I've never seen I'll never have superhero fatigue. I will have fatigue of shitty products and awful lectures from people who think I'm as stupid as they are. Yeah, we won't. Superhero fans, nerds won't, but like we don't move the needle. Got to have those normies out there. And the normies have it. Oh, yes. Dude, Jurassic Park looks dumb as fuck. It looks stupid. And I think it's going to make a shit ton of money. But Minecraft was dumb as fuck and stupid. And it made a shit ton of money. Sea Black for $1.99. The embargo already lifted, man. And then Nurse What yelled, Midnight Jockey, and all three viewers throw their veggie chips and tofu squares across the room. Then sheepishly clean it up. Yep. Eric K for $2. The only good mental health movie is What About Bob? Gary, opinions on the OG New Mutants run in the 1980s? I did answer this one. I liked it. Wasn't like my favorite book, but I remember vividly buying that graphic novel from Cornet Newsstand in Oceanside. Oh yes. Oh yes. I love those Marvel graphic novels, were fucking awesome. Problematic Panda for $10. Mahler, enough of the frivolous discussion. Get back to streaming Blueprints because I'm stumped. Also, I hate you for getting me into that game. Ezra Tross for $9.99. The summer before my senior year, I worked at a second run theater during Revenge of the Sith. Me and my buddy had over-the-top saber battles with our broomsticks while cleaning during the credits. It's flawed, but good memories. Captain Bucky O'Hara for £5 British. Is it just me or that the new Doctor Who episode's an all-timer for starting out promisingly before spectacularly falling apart 10 minutes from the end? It was falls apart spectacularly, and then they follow it up with just the biggest piece of shit. Infamous for $2.79. Canada is a socialist nightmare. Let's masturbate. Let's masturbate. The world is burning. Let's masturbate. C Black for $4.99. MCU might hit a hot streak. Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Doomsday, Spider-Man 4. No. Nope. Maybe starting at Fantastic Four. And don't forget Vision. Wait. You forgot Ironheart, C Black. Ironheart comes out in a couple months. End of June. James Busher for £5 British. Mahler, did you finish Alice in Borderland yet? And do you think Doctor Who's ratings went up by being straight after the Crystal Palace Masterclass? Yes. Why did I say F1? It was your fucking silly soccer games. Toad Free for $9.99. My time to shine. Scooper slating Superman rumor. Also said a few weeks ago that Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler were joining the MCU. Yeah, that's why you don't believe these scoopers. Make shit up for engagement. Morons still freak out. I know. But the thing is, that was true because we checked it. And there was a legit test screening. And I'm sure the scoopers have some people, but like you're not getting news all the time. So they fill the blanks with bullshit news. Instead of just like, you don't need to do that. For one, I'll talk about it if I hear about it, but like, what's the fucking point? I'd rather react to what they have done. Like what's actually happened, like news, something's come out. I mean, I much prefer to review things. You know, Thunderbolts have a Rotten Tomato score of 92%. Going to see it now. Go see it. It's not superhero fatigue. It's not Star Wars or even live action remake fatigue. It's social fiction fatigue. It's fatigue. It's fatigue. I mean, we could argue the semantics all day long, but it is fatigue. And it's not just superhero fatigue. There's Disney Star Wars fatigue. There's Marvel fatigue, but there's also DC fatigue. And then there's the fatigue of Hollywood not really wanting to make this shit anymore because it's too expensive fatigue. And then there's Hollywood fatigue. And there's woke Hollywood fatigue. But everybody's fucking fatigued. Lee Kindler for $4.99. You can count on your fingers how many times Captain Kirk got genuinely emotional. It's actually meant something because it wasn't his default. Yep. Like he'd smirk and be passionate about things. But yeah, he wasn't running around crying and screaming and Spock. You know, that's as mad as he'd get. 8 o'clock for $10. Went to see Revenge of the Sith in the theater and just kept thinking about Mahler's Last Jedi video. If Mickey 18 has sex, Mickey 17, would it be considered gay or just jerking off? Well, they do. They have sex with each other. Technically, it's not cheating, I guess. I don't know. I still think it's two dudes fucking each other. They're like spawned from the same dude. It's still two dudes fucking. It's still gay. Thunderstorm for $9.99. Whoever James Gunn got all his ideas from in the past, maybe he should hire that person. Well, I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie got all the ideas from the comic book from the mid 2000s run of Guardians, which is very good. Right around oh my God, I'm blanking on the name now. Here. Oops. Annihilation. Yeah, right around Annihilation. He tried to rape Palpatine, says Sognor T. Andrews Automatics for €2. USA, please invade us. Signed any Spaniard. No thanks. Way too many commies over there, buddy. Scott Kerr for 5 Canadian pesos. Too many Canadian sheeple vote out of fear, lies told to them by a lib fuck and the BBC. Defund the BBC. Go Truckers. Alberta strong. Hail Alberta. The new Predator looks like it brings knives to a track meet. Oh, damn. I read it like Gary versus the Filter, but then I realized it's the other BBC. Now I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. There you go. Is the judge named non-binaris prime? I don't know. Former transformer judge. That's so funny. Marvel's back again. I think it's lost. It is lost. I can't even describe the amount of disappointment people are feeling in Canada right now. I need another cup of ethnically cleansed coffee. Fucking Canada, man. Okay. Have fun. I think we'll see how things go. Look over at your friends, your former overlords over at the UK right now with their prime minister. That's instant regret. And listen, they had no choice. And that's what happens when you have the uniparty. You have no fucking choice. And that's where, I mean, like, we're not out of the woods here at all. Don't think we are at all. We just had a local election in San Antonio, record low turnout. There's going to be a runoff for mayor, which is, I mean, thank God for that. God, I think the last mayor was practically communist in San Antonio. But like my little pocket, very red. Also, the state's a lot different than California, but there's bullshit here. And it's because Republicans and independents don't show up to fucking midterm elections and small local elections. So if you don't do that, don't bitch. Don't bitch. Because we need to show up to local elections. That's how they are changing everything. I don't think it gets said enough. I am far from the only person who says that all the time. But you know what? You know what election will affect you directly more than a presidential election? A local election. So while the Scott Presslers are out there and they're doing all their canvassing work, and then everybody just took their eye off the fucking ball. And they're going to get wasted in the midterms if they don't fucking get their eye on the ball again. And I don't want to go back to uniparty. I really don't. I prefer the chaos over uniparty. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I prefer actual change and some fucking crazy chaos over uniparty and their scripted fucking speeches and them secretly working together to make themselves completely rich and sell my country out and be fucking welfare for a bunch of other fucking countries who could certainly support themselves. No offense, Canada and Europe. Y'all fucking can support. Fucking UK, you got plenty of money. You got plenty of money. We're not the world fucking police, and we shouldn't be arming every fucking country on the planet. I think we should be arming exactly 0 countries. But that doesn't change unless we do the midterm elections. Like I said, when I went to the presidential election here locally, I looked at our ballot, and that was the year Trump won, and Republicans did really fucking good. There was also 21 unopposed Democratic judges across Texas running unopposed. Running unopposed. We can't just kick back and go, it'll work itself out. Somebody else will figure it out. Ain't no way to go through life. Ain't no way to go through life. Somebody's not coming to save you. Daddy Trump's not going to fucking save you. Nobody is. You have to go out and vote. And that's just so you can get some of what you want. And that's the reality of the world. And I'm fine with that. If we get some, okay. I don't expect Trump to achieve 100% of the things he promised. That's unrealistic. But he has to get a good percentage of it done. And he can't do it if people just go, okay, Trump's in there, he's going to figure everything out. I can go back to, like, no. It's no. Culture war is over now. No. Nope. Wish it was. Wig Dig is a new one. I like it. It says Wigdin Bro. Fucking whatever that name is. Sorry. Aberjam UK for £5 a memorial to Birds of Prey 5. His YouTube. Oh yeah. Bird of Prey. His channel is now streaming his old bed life shows 24/7. Please go give it a gander. Yeah, that's Bird was an old friend, man. I miss him. So yeah, he's streaming 24-hour. That's fucking great. That's a great idea. Poor Mama Prey. Alicon 199 Thunder shit. Dries Vandebush for €5.99. Hello, longtime fan of the real BBC. What's the best Batman comics run? And for your favorite superhero, and when and where is the UK meetup? Okay. Don't know when the UK meetup is. We haven't even been able to start planning it yet because we're still dealing with a death in the family, and that's going to be kind of the foreseeable future, but we'll let you know as soon as we can. But for the time being, just focusing on that right now and doing work for the channel. But because I am right now currently sitting in an empty house with no wife, no kids, because she's dealing with that, and it's not been particularly easy. So we got to focus on that, and then we'll get back to but we'll let you know as soon as we can. My favorite Batman comic book run is not necessarily a run. It's just a series of issues that I enjoyed quite a bit. So it's pretty much everything from year one up to, man, you can even go through some of the like Kelly Jones stuff. Well into the 500s. It's like 100. So like basically 400, if you want to go a little before year one, 400 to like, I'm just going off the top of my head here, and I could be cutting it off bad, as might be mad, but like 5 in the late 500s. It's just good shit. It's just good shit. Like they upped their game when the Batman movies started coming out. They really fucking up their game. Now, I liked some of it before. I liked the Denny O'Neil stuff before, and the Neil Adams, who don't get enough credit for bringing back Detective Batman, and that the art and that stuff was amazing. But year one on main book Batman is fucking good shit for like 200 issues in a row. It's so good. Have you guys been yelling at X-Ray Girl? The Canucks voted not enough. X-Ray Girl. Well, it's not her fault. I know who she voted for. She voted for Justin Trudeau again. I'm just kidding. The Canucks voted for the pretty boys again. Obviously, she voted for the gay pretty one. Good luck, Canada. Thank God. We don't want them. I don't want them as, listen, two of my people live in Canada. 2 of my diversity hires live in Canada. There's no way in fucking earth do I want that to be our 51st state. Not in a million years. It's paprika bikini, Gary. Okay. As an 01 baby, I hate seeing social media in film. I remember when there was no social media. There's going to be fewer of us out there. We're probably going to have to extend this to a part 2 at some point. We're going to go for 20 more minutes. We're going to go for 20 more minutes, and I'm going to definitely have to do a part 2. So that means Thursday. It'll just be on Nerdrotic Live, though. Rumble died on us. Did we ever find out what happened, X-Ray Girl?
No. Sorry. I wish we had.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Like, you did everything right. You did everything you were supposed to do.
I'm Canadian. I apologize for everything.
Don't apologize. Like, that's where you need to stop. Stop. I don't care that you're Canadian. You're half American now, for fuck's sake. You're here half the time. So I'm going to give you half American citizenship right now. Chat, do you back me on that? Everybody second that? Okay, good. Don't
Thanks.
Don't apologize. Rumble has some issues. Rumble has some. Hey, great job. I love that Crowder rated Geeks and Gamers. Quartering was in their chat today. I think Jeremy did the right thing. Jeremy makes noise. When Jeremy will make noise, and Jeremy understands, as we all do, that if you don't make noise, nothing's going to change. So, I'm not going to offer them unsolicited advice, but I would say, get your back end in order. Rumble needs to get their back end in order. They also need a better search algorithm. They also need a better algorithm. They have a ways to go. And like, you don't have to be to be the second YouTube. I don't think that's even possible, because YouTube doesn't understand their algorithm and they fuck with it all the time. But you could be a better Twitch. You could be honestly, God, I'm trying to think of a place outside of YouTube that has a decent video search algorithm. I'd say BitChute. I don't even go there anymore, but that was decent. It was decent. And there's TikTok. There's TikTok, obviously. I don't go to fucking TikTok. It doesn't even register in my brain. And TikTok is, for one, it's this way, and it's not long form videos. TikTok is still short shit, but their algorithm is better, I would assume, based on what I've heard. The only time I've ever gone there is to get like a clip. We have an account there that I use to shoot down accounts using my name to protect my trademark. If people want to like clip out and react to my shit, I don't care. But then I don't even go after the people like who just straight up rip my shit over there. Probably should. But if they rip my shit and put my logo and my name on it, then I go after them. Because it's to protect my trademark. But if it's like some other name and a guy's just going, that guy's a dipshit. What a fucking asshole. Racist, bigot. I don't care. Do it all day long. No, I will protect my trademark. Fucking A, I will. Yes. Yes. Dude, change it up just a little bit. I don't care. And you can't track it all down, and I won't track it all down, but that's the only reason. Ryan fucking loves TikTok. I'm just kidding. I agree with Ryan on this. Like, if people are worried about the Chinese spyware, it's like, well, for one, America is fucking spying on you more than fucking Chinese. And I honestly don't care that much. But I mean, I'm not there enough to have a educated opinion. Maybe I'll do a stream there one day in the future just to fuck with people, but no. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, that's what I mean. Impersonating the channel. That's why we go over after people, for impersonating the channel. I do not flag stuff that has been like ever that's reactionary or even a little clip or anything. I don't do any of that. The only time I do it is when they impersonate this channel. That's all. And everybody should, to protect their fucking trademark. Ugh. I mean, there's people doing that on Rumble too. Nope, not even that, man. They're free to go. That's different. That's different enough. And that's Gundam still think that's my channel. Yeah. I mean, I think it's different enough. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Rumble has fake Nerdrotic fucking channels on it all the time. All the fucking time. It's just you go, just change the name, dude. That's all. Change the name. Where was I? Hail, small donation today from Elaine Blue for $5 says, Hail, small donation today because I just paid for my trial by fire pledge. It got funded. Hail the drinker. Hail the drinker. That's right. It did get funded. It did pretty well. Did pretty well. I'm sure those guys are going to do fine. I backed it myself. I did. Gary's Excel mate. Gary's Excel mate. It's all one word. I was like, Excel spreadsheet? Oh, mate. Okay, I get it. For $5. Pizza is like sex. When it's good, it's really good. When it's bad, it's still pretty good. And only the most depraved psychopaths involve pineapple. I'm a depraved psychopath then. I don't care. More for me, motherfucker. Thanks for the donation, though. 21 Palika has gifted one Nerdrotic membership for $5. Jesus Davila has gifted one Nerdrotic membership for $5. Dark Schwartz Rising has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Lady Greymaster, why in the fuck are you super chatting $20? It's interesting because Gary used to say Paramount Plus was the worst streaming service, and then they got Taylor Sheridan and Guy Ritchie, and now he's recommending it. But notably, not Star Trek. It's almost like quality matters. You're right. I think you can bundle now. So I'll be on Prime Video and I can access all my HBO Max stuff and Paramount Plus stuff. And yeah, Paramount, CBS All Ass was the worst streaming service imaginable. There was not even anything close. It was the worst. And now it's got Landman, Tulsa King, 1883, 1923. I don't think it has Yellowstone. Yellowstone is somewhere else for some reason. And Mobland. Those are 5 pretty fucking good shows. And Tulsa King's the best. Mobland is fucking spectacular. Yeah. Taylor Sheridan, Guy Ritchie. And what are they doing? They're just making shit for dudes. And a bunch of women watch it too. Isn't that weird? I mean, like, okay, Yellowstone is a soap opera. It's fucking Dallas, right? But it's Dallas with some more violence and guns. But fucking Tulsa King is a fun, dark comedy mob fish out of water story. Yeah, Landman is peak. Landman is fucking good, but Tulsa King's my favorite show. And the thing about it is, look at the casts for these shows. Look at the cast of Landman. Look at the cast of Mobland. It's unbelievable. Fucking Mobland is, holy shit, is that good? Holy shit, is that show good? I cannot recommend it enough. Go get caught up on. If you haven't seen Mobland, then you have 6 episodes now to go catch up on and enjoy the shit out of. And it keeps you guessing. Like, you don't know, like, in a good way, you have no fucking idea where the show's going. You're like, what the fuck? It's all going sideways. I did watch the episode, Kara. I'm going to watch it again with the watch party people. I couldn't hold back, though. I did watch the latest episode, and that ending was a banger. That was good. But, Kara, there's no way that person is going to die. I just don't think that person's going to die. It would be shocking if they did. But Helen Mirren, dude, she is such a piece of shit. She's so good. She's so fucking good. Like, even Eddie's like, okay, she's getting a little out of control. She is fucking, and Pierce Brosnan, Kara, you know he did the right thing. You know he did the right thing for his marriage. Any good husband will do that. You know he did the right thing. That's what you got to do as a husband. No matter what. You back your wife. No matter fucking what. And Harry, like, he caught it, Kara, right away when Pierce did that thing. You saw him just like, this is acting. This is why Tom Hardy he's a fucking star. He just does a little fucking head twitch. He goes, and that tells you everything you need to know. Does it get explained to you? There's a situation where Conrad has to cover for his wife. So he does. And nobody's getting it except for Harry. Harry goes, so he got confirmation, and she did something. She did something very bad. Well, she got another dude to do something very bad. Tom Hardy is fucking magnificent in Taboo. Fucking magnificent. And Patty is great in it as Kevin. Dude, he had a good scene. He had a fucking good scene standing up to Conrad. I was like, oh, yes. Yeah, show don't tell. There's so much of that. I haven't watched the full thing yet. I will. I like Jeremy Renner quite a lot. Always have. I remember him in SWAT. I like the SWAT movie. I do. I love the show. It had the best theme. But yep. So Mobland, Mahler and I will be, hopefully Az is watching it right now so we could talk more about it tomorrow, because I'm going to do, when the series is over, you have my promise. I rarely do this. I'm going to do a review on Mobland. I should have done one on The Gentleman. I dropped the ball on that one. That's all I'm going to say is I dropped the fucking ball. Won't happen again. I am doing a review on Mobland. Because we're 6 episodes in, and unless it completely shuts the bed, this is probably going to be my favorite or one of my favorite shows this year. Now, see, the Picard review, is now become so mythical, Mark, that I've told you it's going to be my last video. It will be my last video. So I will fulfill my promise. I will fulfill my promise. Top 5 Doctor Who upper card. Grand Theft Auto's what, 5 or 6? Which one are we on now? And wins a winner. What's the Grand Theft Auto we're on right now? I know I play every game, but I just lose count.
The 5th was the last one. The 6th.
Okay, so we're waiting on 6, and they delayed it a year, right? It was supposed to come out this year. So, you know what? I like the trailer. The Grand Theft Auto fucking 6 trailer is really good. It actually made me interested in the fucking game because I could care less. I know it's gonna probably be woke as shit, but yeah, they delay. That trailer was really good. I love that Tom Petty song too. So props to them on that trailer. Just using all the fucking memes and internet shit. It was just like, that was a good trailer, man. 10 out of 10. Oh, so you think I think you're right, chat. I think the brother will die okay, so this is why I think we're talking about Mobland again. Plug your ears for spoilers. Okay, thank you. There's a jewel deal going on, and then there's a bastard daughter and a loser son who are kind of working together on Conrad's orders to get this jewel deal done. So the loser brother, basically who's Fredo, can get a bunch of money and get Conrad's respect back. Conrad really respects his stepdaughter. She knows not stepdaughter, bastard daughter. Helen Mirren's character fucking hates her. And she decided that let's just kill her. But she gave specific instructions: do not kill my firstborn son. He's a fucking loser, but don't you harm a hair on his head. And and they even set it up and they leave it hanging, but he's gonna get killed. And he's such a piece of shit, like and diverse Indian girl who, I mean, like, admittedly, she's like the daughter of a whore. Right? So they don't give her like the best background. But yeah. He pissed himself too. He straight up pissed himself, and she doesn't. But there's a gun like right in her face, and there are specific orders. Oh, and Helen Mirren fucking sold her own family out, which is, I mean, her whole motivation is that the Harrigans, it's Harrigan, right? They're waning, they're falling, they're a dying empire. Even Kevin says it, like, you know who starts shit like this? Dying empires. That's who starts shit like this. And he's talking to Tom Hardy, and Tom Hardy's character can't say shit. Like, he's I work for these people. I'm an employee. I'm not a family member. I'm an employee. But you can tell, like, he's gonna have to break away at some point because, man, it's getting crazy. Wife and daughter aren't very happy. Conrad's getting creepier as time goes on, and it's pretty clear that he's pretty much fucked every woman in the, like, including his son's wives. And it looked like he might have been making a move on the daughter. Is that what you guys got out of that? No, Pierce Brosnan, I can never say his name, is an evil motherfucker, but he's engaging. I can at least say that his character, like, the mom thought he was making a move on her. I don't know if he really was. Plausible deniability, but yeah, creepy as hell. That's the way I took it, because she showed up. She's like, get out of here. And then he's like going to the mom, Hardy's wife. He's like, come down here, let's talk. And she just says, fuck no. He did kill his best friend. So it's like Game of Thrones. It is a little Game of Thronesy. Yes. Very much so. Did you see this? X-Ray Girl. Again, I'll read a couple more and then I got to go. So we're going to do a part 2 on Thursday. Sorry I didn't get through it all. There was a lot of news today. But we will get it finished Thursday, I promise. Oh, do you think she is his daughter? Oh, see, I didn't even think about that. I figured they fucked like that. See, you're probably right, Commander Cello. So Conrad is pretty much fucked every wife. And yeah, that's probably his daughter. I was looking at it way darker. But banjo music intensifies. Yeah, dude, they're Irish. I mean, that's basically the hillbillies of Europe, right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We know it's the Welsh. No, I'm just kidding there too. I know nothing about the Welsh. I know Mahler. That's about it. And fucking Doctor Who was filmed in Cardiff. That's all I fucking know about Wales. Okay, so who are the hillbillies of Europe? We love hillbillies, by the way, here. Hey, I come from a long line of white trash. The Romanians? The Swiss? The Swiss? No. What's the Peakies? Albanian? The Slavs? The Ukrainians? Somebody just said yes. Ukraine for sure. Okay. Ask Drinker. But all of them? The Scots? I was going to wait for that. The Mexicans. Leave the Mexicans out of this, Sindek. Sindek, you keep calling me when I'm making videos. I'll call you back later today. I don't answer my phone when I'm recording. The fucking Mexicans, man. They're just they're catching a stray on Cinco de Mayo. What's up? I don't even, now you're going to start throwing up racial like shit. I don't even know. I'm going to get myself in trouble. The Greeks. George will disagree with you. Ireland is the Alabama of Europe. Perry has said so, so that kind of makes it so. Well, whoever the hillbillies are, you're welcome here. We're okay. We're not some aristocratic, elitist shitheads. We like our hillbillies. We do. See. Hail, salty cracker. Oh, listen. Mexicans fucking hate Cinco de Mayo because it's white boy Mexican day. All right. So let's just be clear on that. It's white boy Mexican day. It's about as real as May the 4th. And, it's supposed to like signify one of their revolutions. Well, which fucking one? Which Mexican revolution? You can pick of 6. I don't know. Okay, fucking, there's a lot of them. It's not like our Independence Day. There was like 9 of them down there, and they're not independent. They're corrupt. It's a country that could be beautiful. It's got enough of its own. Like if they know how to fucking refine any oil down there, like they got tons of oil. They have tons of resources. They have great tourism. It's beautiful in so many places. Fucking God, Baja California could be so beautiful, but it's just a corrupt nation right now run by fucking drug lords. What can I say? And I lived next to it my entire fucking life. I lived within 50 miles of Mexico, 50, 60 miles of Mexico my entire life. Went down there a bunch. Lovely people down there. The fucking grandmas down there make the best fucking food on earth. On earth. You could get pissed drunk down there when you were 16 back in my day. But it was still safe. Like I went down there as a 16-year-old by myself and strolled around like the worst places of Tijuana where there was a bunch of fucking whores and strip joints and fucking donkey shows and high life and all the other fucking shit that went on there. Avenue de Revolucion. Avenue de Revolucion in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. That was this radio channel, 91X. XE Delia FM, Baja California, Mexico. 91X. Rock of the 80s, and then it turned to alternative. Wall of Voodoo, hell yeah. I'm on a Mexican radio. Stan Ridgway did a great song for Rumblefish. Don't box me in. Wall of Voodoo back in the day. Yeah. So, did you put it in the private? Okay. We got to get out of here. I'm running out of time. So for the 199, Gary says corn pop. And then he says, Gary, go fund a black cob. I'll support that. Okay. Thank you. Kaloth for $5. Transformers Compendium set, Marvel comic Kickstarter, 4 days left, nearly $3.5 million. Get your hardcover swag while you can. Is that still going? Oh, hang on, extra girl. I've got some really important shopping to do. Transformers Compendium Kickstarter. Yeah, I could back it. But I mean, I have all the comics. That's the thing. Is I have all the comics already. I did get the set of the new stuff. And I can't wait to read it. Lion Mane Man for $5. Michael Bay directing Iron Man. How does that sound? I'd fucking take that right now. Inject it into my veins, except I don't want anything from Hollywood right now. But yeah, he'd be better than Jake fucking Schreier or whoever's directing. Who's directing Fantastic Four? The guy who directed Fantastic Four has never directed a movie. Jake Schreier is a TV director, and that's what it fucking looked like. Thunderbolts was a streaming movie at best. At best, it's a streaming movie. So Shang-Chi post-cred scene doesn't exist like Kang, I guess. I don't know. All right, I'm going to have to pick one. Hail all, hail as. You know, I'll keep asking. You know, I have to Berserk review. Hail quarter chads. Like, maybe someday. I'll talk about it on a stream. I'm not going to dedicate a video to it. Not yet, anyway. Old Green Day versus New Green Day. Look up Old Green Day versus New Green Day. It's a perfect representation of why Green Day sucks, regardless of their politics. It's so hilarious. They suck. They've always sucked. They're poser punks. They're poppy poser fucking punks. Always have been. Yeah, I'm a little like punk rock is at its core is not corporate. A lot of people misinterpret it. I mean, it's a fashion. It's also a state of mind. It is many things. Somehow people get anarchy and communist like together. And I'm like, they don't go together. One doesn't like government at all. And one really loves government. And then there's the base ones, like the Misfits and formerly the Ramones. May they rest in peace. And Suicidal Tendencies. I saw them open up for the Misfits, and Mike from the Suicidal Tendencies just was fucking dropping truth about COVID and the lies and all that shit. I mean, I was like, oh, fuck. That's awesome. And they played a hell of a set. They have this new kid drummer. I think the kid was like 20. He fucking shredded. That was in Austin last year where, saw Suicidal Tendencies open up for Misfits. And I was like some old fucker sitting in my seats watching the youngsters mosh away and just going, I remember when I could do that. Fuck Green Day. Fuck Green Day. All right, one more. We'll have to get the rest, which there's a lot of. We'll have to get the rest on Thursday. You guys are awesome. Steven Caruso for $20. Writing my book more often now, but I feel like I'm putting in too much detail in the characters and world building. What is the right amount in a sci-fi story? At this point, the prologue plus chapters is 50 pages. Man, it depends on your philosophy. There is the Dune philosophy, which will explain absolutely fucking everything. And then you go to something much lighter like Star Wars, which gives you the tapestry and like read the book, the Alan Dean Foster book that has George Lucas's name on it. It gives you a tapestry of a world, right? But not every single fucking detail. You want to get the important stuff. And man, that is just based on your talent. That it really is. It's based on your talent. Like, I give George a lot of shit, but the one thing I like about George is his world building, and he gets into detailed and he makes it compelling. Like, it's not fucking boring, because what he used to when he wrote, combined it with is something he's excels at is dialogue, particularly Tyrion's dialogue. Tyrion's dialogue is legendary in the books. Fucking legendary shit. It's really good. But he doesn't write books anymore. You could take the Tolkien approach, which is, it is romanticism. It is the beauty of language. Yeah. I would always say less is more. That's where I go. I mean, I've read my share of phone book fantasy, but man, do I prefer Conan. Outside, like Lord of the Rings is my absolute favorite, but like nothing could really touch it to me. Nothing. Except for Conan. But they're so different. They are apples and oranges, man. And it's written in that pulp style too. Robert E. Howard's pulp style is, we really need to get back to that. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. X-Ray Girl. We're going to wrap it up there. And yeah, we'll do part 2, same time Thursday. We'll get the rest of this done. I apologize. Ran out of time. Got some other stuff to do. But we'll be back Thursday. So you get an extra show. And I get an extra show. I get to hang out with you an extra time. So you know what? It's a win-win. Gary has dolls to play with. Everyone, he needs to go. I do, Hertz. Okay. You know what sucks is the 1/6 scales don't have play sets. I want my 1/6 scale Baradur. It wouldn't fit my house. It'd be so rad. Actually, it might. There's one part where it might. 3 dolls over 30 dolls. That sounds like that sounds sexual. X-Ray Girl, you there? You there?
Yeah.
Trying to say goodbye to the folks.
Okay. Bye, everyone. I hope you guys have a good day.
That sounded so cheery for this channel.
I am so cheery right now.
That's good. It's good to be cheery.
I'm having a
I like
good day.
cheery. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm not having a bad day either. You know?
That's good. More coffee. Maybe Gary will be as cheery as me.
Oh, I drink a lot of coffee. It was really hot. So it's so when you drink the coffee hotter, the caffeine works more. You know that, right? Like it works better. That's why you don't want to put a bunch of fucking sugar and cream in your coffee, because it deactivates some of the caffeine. You want to get the full fucking speed experience. You fucking drink black coffee like Jeremy likes his men. Black. And insanely hot like Jeremy likes his men. Remember that.
Once you go black, you're in a wheelchair. One of my favorite lines from White Chicks.
The masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece. So thank you to the Modrotics. Oh, wait, we got some member chats. I should read those. So we'll read these and then go. Jim Watari has been a member for 15 months. Where can I watch Mobland watch party? You become a member on the main channel. Become a member on the main channel. We will be back next Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time. We're going to do 2 episodes. So I owe you 2 episodes, and then we're doing the rest of the season. Just a bunch of shit dropped on my lap last night. I mean, like, I make it sound like it was really important work. No, it was a fucking Marvel article and Trump tariffs, and I was trying to make heads or tails of it, which I still can't. The only thing, my first thought when he did it, he's just trying to get people in the negotiation table, and that's my thought now. That's it. I don't think it can be implemented, but what the fuck do I know? Well, I'm okay. They can implement it, but I don't know. Like, it would be very complicated. What's up, Gary and chat? Please, Tariff UK TV. I want to see the Rings of Stupid lose more, even more money. Now, that is a show you can tariff into oblivion. Hi, King Feanor, Alpha Chad of Middle Earth. What's up, my brother? Member for 4 months. Getting all those tattoos. It's my man right there. Yes, tariff it into oblivion. Staffo Chevachez is gifted 1 Nerdrotic Live membership. Thank you. Brock has been a member for 1 month. Remember to stay hydrated. Drink water. I did. I drank a lot of water today. Fan Y has gifted 1 Nerdrotic Live membership. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rumble stream died. Yes, it did. Not the first time. Thank you, Tricky, being a member for 25 months. Electro Beard is a new member. Welcome. Welcome. WG is gifted 5 Nerdrotic Live memberships. Hail WG, motherfucker. See you at Cosmic Summit. Speaking of Jeremy Renner from Reticent Voice, we've been a member for 14 months. Speaking of Jeremy Renner, his new book about how he got ran over by a snowcat came out last week, and it's on Audible. It's a great listen. Yeah, I want to check it out once I'm done with my book. Thank you. And I will check it out. Dude, the fact that the guy came back from that and how fucked up he was, like that. I love stories like that. And it's his family. You know, he was just surrounded by his sister and his mom, you know, who just nothing but love. You know, when it all came down, like Hollywood buddies, weren't there? Kevin Feige was, I'm sure, like, he got support from his Avengers friends. He did. But, you know, who was there for the day-to-day, making sure, like, he could shit and piss and took his medication and helped him get off of Oxy. That was that part I really want to get into. Like I was walking with him every day, mom and his sister. That's fucking rad. That's rad. Incidentally, yesterday, May the 4th, fuck fake Star Wars Day, was my little sister's birthday. Happy birthday, little sis. Love you. I called her. She's doing good. She's doing good. As always, girl version of me. God help us all. A little girl version of me. Or maybe I'm a dude version of her. Don't know. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see you on Thursday. Also, we'll see you tomorrow for Real BBC, and we'll see you Wednesday for the Nooner as well. But we're going to just be streaming all fucking week. Let's go. So see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.